You decided that it was because he had drunk a large amount of coffee, which dehydrated his already dried up body.
So let's go to the cafe and get more.
Approaching the seafront, he tried to spot Dorina.
Hopefully she's still there. Because it's the minute when I don't answer the phone that it's going to be something important.
I clearly remembered that. There was definitely no answer.
Okay.
Where was I? I will have to start again.
No!
Once
Oh
upon
my god! I broke the narrator.
At some point, he even thought about calling a doctor, just to make sure that he was still alive.
Oh my god.
But sleep took its toll.
Hey, hello there, my name is Wokianaru, and this is My Name Is You, and it's the only unusual thing in my life. So this is I
suppose I will start at the very beginning.
Sorry, narrator man.
Chapter 1. Once upon a time, there lived you. Despite his unusual name, his life was hardly any different from others. It was an unusually usual day when he was getting ready to go to work.
This has, like, what is it? Stanley Parable written all over it.
2 hours of sleep. What a formality, he said to himself, glancing at his watch. He was used to working at night, just as he was used to never having days off.
Ugh.
That morning, the buttons on his shirt were fastened faster than usual. This was not by chance. The tear-off calendar boldly declared Friday, April 3rd. It reminded him that there were only 3 work days before his holiday, and there was no room for mistakes. His room in a communal apartment was not very big, so it did not take him long to pack. Having got dressed, he quietly walked past the neighbors' rooms into the hallway. Somebody was snoring loudly in the furthest room, which caused you to smile for some reason. He walked up to the front door and accidentally stepped on a pile of letters. Picking up the envelopes, he saw his name on one of them. You automatically put it in his pocket and walked out. The thought that next Sunday, a huge stone would be removed from the entrance to the crypt of his existence by the power of labor legislation kept you going.
So this game is powered by decisions. So depending, on what you do, you being you, do, it changes the outcome of the game. Did he say that he was... So, let's go hurry to work, I suppose.
The trip to work took him by several blocks. He considered early morning to be an extremely pleasant time of day. Universal euphoria. Although, euphoria usually precedes inevitable death.
I don't think you and I would get along. I hate early morning.
As soon as he went into the park, he saw a kid in ragged clothes running away from a pack of stray dogs. His eyes caught a swiftly ticking clock hand.
Can I help the child? Yeah, I'm gonna help the child.
Even though you had been scared of dogs since childhood, he was going to run to the kid's aid. But the latter stumbled and fell down on the pavement, and the dogs lost all interest in him. You had nothing to do with the outcome of the events, but he was filled with pride for his desire to help the boy that he did not even know. It made him come up to the kid, who was sitting on the ground, with a bloody knee and a toothless smile. Not because
Oh,
of
no, the boy
fall,
fell. Okay.
but due to his age. Yu was about to give the kid a handkerchief with his initials on it when he noticed it had fresh traces of his own blood. So he just asked,
Can I do something for you?
Thank you, sir. I am okay.
I love one narrator style video, like games and videos and
I did
whatnot.
not mean to hurt me.
So it's just the one narrator
At that
doing
moment,
all the
Yu
voices.
saw his boss in the distance and hurried to work, shouting a quick,
Be careful.
over his shoulder. On the way to the office, the thought about how strange it felt to be addressed as Sir bounced around in his head. Although he had passed a 30-year-old milestone, he felt closer to the kid with a bloody knee than to Sirs of any kind, even the least important of them.
I hate being called
He
sir.
went up 3 flights of stairs and found himself on the top floor. It was the office of the insurance company where he worked. The door was unlocked. Was he late? He tried to walk in, but was stopped by a stranger.
Wait! What are you doing?
Going to work?
Before you could give a proper response to the cad, his boss came up the stairs, struggling to catch his breath, and did it himself.
Let him in.
They both entered the office, and the boss walked Yu to his desk, where he explained the situation to him in private.
Oh.
That is Frank, my distant relative. He needs to do an internship, so he is going to work here for a while.
As who?
So-
As a security guard.
oh, okay.
To avoid any further questions, the boss turned around and went to his office.
Simple enough answer.
An internship as a security guard in an insurance company, fitting in 2 rooms.
That's hilarious.
Ridiculous. If I was blessed with a writing talent, I would definitely immortalize this.
You thought.
No. That's his thought. You.
Yu got down to some clerical work. Yu found a moment and took the morning letter out of his pocket. Glancing at the address line, a chill went through Yu's body for a split second. From Dorina.
Who is
Yu
Dorina?
was confused by the seal on the envelope, indicating the place of departure. No leave grad.
Is she coming back to Kenot?
He said out loud. Suddenly, there was a curious voice saying, "Who is coming?" Yu did not answer and continued reading.
It's the kid. He's reading over my shoulder.
Dear Yu, my doctor's suspicions are confirmed. I have the same disease that struck you.
Oh.
I thought it over and decided that we need to break up.
Oh.
It may seem that something like this should bring people closer together, but it would be unfair to myself. We can have our last date on the morning of April 3rd in the Seafront Cafe, and then I will leave Kenot and go abroad.
Oh no.
He felt dizzy.
No, I'm gonna go to the cafe because this seems important.
Yu hurried to the cafe.
She's gone.
It is uncertain whether he actually wanted to find her there or hoped for the opposite. One way or another, when he was in the appointed place, Dorina was not there. All emotions left Yu in an instant. He saw the kid on the porch of the cafe veranda. The kid was looking at him, squinting in an odd way.
Why are you squinting?
I am not. I mean, I closed my eye on purpose. Go ahead. Close close one eye.
Yu covered his eye with his hand to humor the kid.
Feels strange. Do not open. I did it to remember about the mercy that life bestows on us. You get used to having just one eye, and then it turns out you have another. Or here's another thing.
Kid's getting philosophical.
Hold your breath.
He got chased by a freaking kid.
Got no will to carry on. How about
Got chased by dogs and became philosophical.
had a stone wall. We don't share the same
Yeah, this is, I think this is like, yeah, I was about to say Russian.
afraid of change. Old photos are lost in cigarette ash. It's time for
you.
coming past the hope left for
So that was chapter 1. So if I then decided to do other things, it will change the
I suppose I
outcome.
will start at the very
Can I?
chap. Once upon a... Despite his... It was an unusual...
I really hope I get to like.
2 hours.
Ugh.
He was used to working at night. That... This... What... It reminded... His... Having got... Some...
I won't be able to. So if I do this, so I'm going to read the letter, but that means I don't get to help the boy.
Glancing at the address line, a chill went through Yu's body for a split second. Yu was confused by the seal on the end. Is she really?
Dear you.
He felt
We're gonna go to the cafe. We're gonna go see Dorina.
although Yu suffered from excessive hypochondria, he really had an incurable illness. He clearly remembered the day when he heard the diagnosis. Since that moment, he stopped counting new birthmarks on his body. He seemed shaken up after reading the letter, but not surprised.
I wonder what he has.
He tried to squeeze out a tear to see if he was still capable of showing
Oh
emotions.
no!
Alas, he just welled up a little. Yu decided that it was because he had drunk a large amount of coffee, which dehydrated his already dried up body.
So let's go to the cafe and get more.
Approaching the seafront, he tried to spot Dorina.
Hopefully she's still there. Dorina.
It did not take him long to find her.
Yay!
There she was, at the cafe table. She probably had no clue how much he appreciated her starting the conversation.
Usually you are late.
Says the lady that can't get up.
I am tired. I hope you understand me.
But he did not. Having overcome his anxiety, he squeezed out a handful of words.
So, we'll start. I'll ask her to
Do
stay.
not go away. Let's try once more.
Too late. I have put up with my life for the sake of old age. Now, there will be no old age.
Oh.
There had always been a gap of misunderstanding between them. He had embraced his illness long ago and resignedly yielded to his ailment with a loud, "Make yourself at home." It seemed that he had become closer to his illness than to Dorina. He got distracted thinking about himself and missed her meaning. Reflections on how to rebuild his life from the very beginning prevailed over the others.
Is like the ailment they both have, is it one that's like cuts their life expectancy?
He was not ready to renew his relationship with himself. So, he mentally grasped at the crumbles of the past, seeping through his crucified palms.
What?
I am sorry. I have made my decision. I do not know why I arranged this meeting.
She paid for the bill and left. Yu froze in place, at first not daring to say anything, and then resigned himself to the role of a scapegoat thrown into the unknown. For some reason, he saw something noble in their breakup. Yu was sure that he went to work immediately after the meeting, but when he came to his senses, he realized that he was on an unfamiliar street,
Oh.
cloaked by dusk. Despite the fact that the street seemed to be deserted, he felt someone's heavy presence. Turning to a rustle behind his back, Yu impaled his chest on a knife, squeezed in the hands of
Oh,
a
no.
familiar figure.
Greetings from the past.
Okay, is that metaphorical or did this man just get stabbed?
Whether from pain or surprise, Hugh could not utter a single word. The murderer carefully took out the blade and laid your motionless body on the ground. Blood flowed through the cold mosaic of paved stones. The corners of Hugh's mouth spread into a smile.
Okay, so I'm curious. I'm gonna try and check Steam. So there's at least 12 more different achievements. I don't know if that is 12 more different endings. Because it's basically, like I said, everything we do has an effect. Think of it like if you've ever played a Telltale game. The Telltale games, like the Walking Dead games and whatnot, you do something, you have to very specifically pick an action, and that'll have meaning down the road. So if like you choose one person over another, the one person not chosen can like remember that, like, hey, you didn't take my side on this like matter, and so I'm gonna stab you in the back or things like that. It's interesting. Let's do one more.
I suppose I will start. Chapter
I'm gonna do.
Once upon. Despite his it wasn't a 2 hours. He was used to working at night.
I'm gonna go to sleep, or not go to sleep.
This
Freaking
was not-
wish. Go to work,
His
but this
room in a
time
communal apartment. Having
not help the boy.
somebody was snoring. He walked up. The thought.
So we'll hurry to work.
The trip to work. As soon his eye,
But we'll step back.
it was unclear what had made you so anxious. However, he had had no chance to interfere. The picture of the kid falling down on the ground, breaking skin on his knees, flashed before his eyes. Then of the dogs, losing all interest in him after that.
Okay, so the dogs didn't like rip him apart.
He felt nauseous. Everything went dark, and it seemed to him that he was looking at himself through the eyes of the kid, just like when he was a child. Deja vu! In order to justify his actions to himself, he took the handkerchief with his initials and handed it to the kid. Before the latter could say anything, Yu ran away to avoid further conversation. In a hurry, he went in the wrong
Oh.
direction, unaware of it until he ran into a locked gate on his way. He casually turned around and went to work. He was almost there when he saw his boss enter the office building. He took it as his personal failure, although his watch showed that he still had several minutes. Yu barely got into the office when he noticed two male silhouettes behind him. He turned around to see his boss and a man he had never seen before a little further away. Figuring that they would have to be introduced to each other, he turned to the stranger first.
Let me introduce myself. You.
My name is Frank.
And you?
To avoid unnecessary explanations, Yu took a name tag from his table and pointed to it.
Okay, I was about to say we're gonna enter who's on first, aren't we?
Yes. Despite the fact that there was no live communication with clients, the work charter required name tags, probably to remember his name. Wow, that's a very unusual name. Nice to meet you.
It is the only unusual detail of my life.
Other than the illness that we're
An
not going to
awkward
talk about.
pause hung in the air. The boss, standing behind Frank, frowned and cast a reproachful glance at Yu.
Hi,
Frank
boss.
is our security guard starting today. Oh, we have nothing to. A security guard. Some of my important documents are missing.
Ooh, okay. So this time it's not like his distant nephew or whatever. It's an
They're
actual
only
security
those.
guard.
What kind of documents? That I cannot tell you.
Why?
You mean you suspect me? No, I do not.
Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's just.
Eliminating any opportunity to continue this conversation, the boss turned around and went into his office.
Both you and his boss do not like confrontation.
The room plunged into silence. Yu got down to some clerical work. Yu found a moment and took the morning letter out of his pocket.
I just have to. I just have to wonder
Glad
that, like,
He was
he said he
confused
works
by
at
the
an
seal on the
insurance
envelope.
firm. How is there only two
Is she
people
coming back to Kenlock?
that work
Suddenly-
there? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yu did not. Dear Yu,
We're gonna stay at work this time. We've gone to the cafe.
another working day turned into night. The newly appointed watchman dozed off at his improvised post.
Great job.
Ordinary
First day and you
check
screwed it
at
up.
the entrance to the office. Yu was sitting at his sturdy desk, imagining again and again how the shelves, stocked with books on jurisprudence, would break loose due to their own weight from friable concrete and break his head. Allowing himself a little break, Yu took his diary from his table drawer and made a note.
I never took a plate of soup at school lunches, even when I really wanted to. I was afraid to spill it in front of everyone, but I could put it on the table, which seems to be my life's pattern.
Feeling some satisfaction from writing that, he resumed work. There was a rustle of the janitor's broom and the trill of birds outside the window.
More accurate than the clock.
You thought?
So he's.
Chapter 2.
Ooh, chapter 2. If I remember right, he's
On
a
the second day of
hypochondriac.
Every sip of coffee came out of his nose as blood. Covering his nose with his hand, Yu went to the restroom. Excuse me. I wish I could narrate a little faster. and keep you from getting bored. But it is difficult in my condition.
I'm sorry, is our freaking narrator getting
Let's
meta?
continue.
I think our narrator's getting meta on us and is
Returning
going,
to his
hey,
workplace,
quick clicking
Luke
so
saw
quickly.
Frank sitting at his table and leafing through his
Hey,
personal diary.
Frank.
Such violation of personal boundaries, it seemed, was about to put you out of temper.
Take yours, snatch it back. Let's take, I don't know what that, I mean,
Give it to me.
Here, take it.
I was
In
curious.
a moment, you hid his diary in the drawer of his desk. I am sorry if I offended you. The incident seemed to be over, but Frank's intrusive nature got the better of him. Can I ask you a question? Why does everyone in your notes die?
Yeah, that seems like something I want to keep to myself.
Frowning, you ignore the question of the self-styled guard. The office phone rang.
I'm gonna do my job and answer the phone.
As soon as you came up to the phone, the ringing stopped. He barely returned to his desk when the phone rang again.
Why is the phone not at his desk?
As soon as you came up to the phone, the ringing stopped.
Why?
He barely returned to his desk when the phone rang again.
Answer the phone!
As soon as you came up to the phone, the ringing stopped.
Answer the phone!
Barely returned to his desk.
Who's doing it?
As soon as you came up to the phone, the ringing
Answer it!
He barely returned to his desk when the phone rang again. As soon as
I'm gonna keep doing this until you freaking answer the phone.
He barely.
Answer it.
As soon as you came up to the phone, the ringing stopped. He barely returned to his desk.
I'm gonna get him stuck in a loop. Come on.
As soon as you came up to the phone, he barely returned. As soon as you came up to the phone, he barely returned to his desk. As soon as you came up to the phone, the ringing stopped. He barely.
Because it's the minute when I don't answer the phone that it's gonna be something important.
I clearly remembered that. There was definitely no answer.
Okay.
Where was I?
I intru-
I will have to start again.
No!
Once
Oh
upon
my god! I broke the narrator.
I was used to work. This was. It
I
reminded
broke
me
him.
of his room in the commute. Having got dressed, somebody was snoring. He walked up to the thought that the trip to work, he considered as soon as his. It was unclear. However,
I'm curious as to how many. So
picture of
it's supposed to be like the game is supposed to be like an hour
just like
long.
when Deja.
So I'm just assuming that means an hour.
Before the-
It's like hour to like 2.5 hours. I'm assuming that's with every
He was
single
almost
ending.
there. You let my to avoid. Yes. Wow.
It is the only.
An awkward pause.
Frank is our a security guard.
A security guard that falls asleep on the
That
first
I
day of
can-
the job. Therefore,
You mean
The
no?
room plunged into. You found a moment. You was confused by the.
he doesn't like it when I click quickly.
Suddenly, there was a Dear you. Another working day. The newly appointed watchman. You was sitting at. Alone.
I never took a plate.
Feel. There was a run. Chapter 2. On the set. Excuse me. I wish I could narrate a little faster.
He really doesn't like
Let's
it.
continue. Returning to his. Such violation.
Give it to me.
Here, take it. I was curious. In a moment, you. I am so. The incident seemed to be over. Can I ask? Why does everyone in your. Frowning, the office phone rang.
Okay, so we'll ignore the call this time.
The ringing bored into his skull. You was buzzing together with the receiver. You involuntarily took off, but his head started spinning, and he was seeing dark spots. Holding onto the railing, you slid down the stairs and jumped out onto the street.
Is he having a stroke?
He ran into his boss at the door, who stood there smoking.
Go to bed now. You can give me the rest of the papers tomorrow.
He did not have any strength left to work anyway. Although he left some things in the office, you was not in a hurry to go back. He sat down on the doorstep to rest. His vision was not particularly keen on the second day, so it took him a while to recognize a familiar face. You livened a little. A welcoming grin appeared on his face.
Hi, Max. Why are you not at work? I dismissed my students a little early. How are you
okay.
feeling? As usual, another night shift. If I was your father, I would have fired you long ago. What will you have left for me then?
Max answered with a question.
Do you want me to take your shift?
How does that work out?
No, thank you.
You quickly said goodbye and left. He heard some painful coughing behind his back, and his lips let out a grin of satisfaction. Coming home, you could barely stand on his feet. Notwithstanding his lack of sleep and fatigue, he could not fall asleep.
Why was Max coughing
The day
like that?
flashed in his head on repeat. As for the breakup, he did not see himself as the victim. On the contrary, the entire time during his relationship with Dorina, you wondered,
Why did she love him? Drained of all strength and weak in spirit from birth.
he did not anymore. Dizziness and pain subsided. At some point, he even thought about calling a doctor, just to make sure that he was still alive.
Oh my god.
But sleep took its toll. Chapter 3.
Ooh.
The alarm went off. You faced a new day with weakness in his legs and a throbbing headache.
Oh, that's always fun.
All night long, he had been haunted by a painfully familiar nightmare. However, when he woke up, all tangible images dissolved, only leaving a nasty precipitate. His body led him to the kitchen in search of caffeine. Despite the early hours, he found his boss there.
In his kitchen?
How are you feeling?
You heard the question, but ignored it because of his sleepy state.
How difficult is it to answer?
You was pleased to hear the words of concern, even coming that way.
I'm sorry, Father.
A cup in Yu's hand inevitably filled with bloody coffee.
You look like shit.
Oh, tell it to me straight, Dad.
I feel like it.
I do not want to lose my last son, even someone like you.
Well, damn.
His father had his old wool suit on and was about to leave for work.
You do not have to go to the office today. Get some rest.
Let's rest.
Okay, I will try.
Yu went to his room and sat down at his desk. He took a pen and then remembered that he left his diary at work. Yu took some letters out of the drawer, which had not been sent for some reason. He took one of the letters and added a few lines to it.
Remember when Grandfather made me listen to a rhythmic beat in the air? It is the heartbeat of a gigantic whale who swallowed our universe. And I believed him. What about you? You said it was just train wheels wobbling. So I decided that the whale had died a long time ago, which was better than it being just a fantasy. Do you understand? Asking you this is easy on paper because you will not answer me.
Is he like writing to a dead sibling or something?
Adding those lines, he felt he had completed something important and allowed himself to take
Yeah,
it.
he was writing to like a dead sibling.
Once he dozed off, he heard a knock on the door. Any unexpected knock on the door or telephone call could evoke severe paranoia in you. Because the knock on your door is louder and more alarming than on any other door. In a moment, there was rustling of envelopes slipping into the mail slot of the front door.
You gotta go to the front
Once
door.
he got up, his sleepiness was gone. Sorting out a stack of utility bills, you found a letter addressed to him. It was a letter from the sanatorium, where he had undergone treatment that summer.
Oh, it gets
Dear
deeper.
Mr. Yu, I am afraid I have to inform you that you were misdiagnosed due to a serious mistake on my part. Your disease has a closed form, and the possibility of airborne or droplet transmission is excluded. To put your heart at ease, you can follow the precautions recommended to you earlier. However, I assure you that your disease is only focused on you. Accept my sincerest apologies. Your attending physician, K.
It would mean little to a healthy person. But to you, the news turned everything upside down.
Yeah, that.
The disease got quiet. That time it did not try to get out, having used you as a disposable case. It was snugly snoozing. You took a shower, washing away the fuss of the last days, and
weird.
decided to go to work. You did not tell anyone about this, but I am going to tell you confidentially.
Oh, thank you.
He believed that the disease manifested itself most fiercely when he went to bed. That was why you did not like sleep. His night fantasies became crazier with time. Every dream seemed to him a step closer to insanity. In order to control himself, he regularly looked at his hands and at the clock hands.
So he has to try and ground himself, but then he also does, like, he takes too much caffeine, he does all these things to stay awake, but it makes me wonder how his ex contracted the virus or the disease. Like, is this something that you was born with, or we still don't know where he got it and what it is, but like it's obviously bad. It's leading him to like dizzy spells and nightmares and like bloody noses and whatnot, like a lot of bleeding issues.
Out of the door and noticed a stranger near the opposite house. That stranger was an identical copy of you, as if his long-lost twin.
Is his name
He
me?
froze and watched him. The door was half open, and he saw a pretty girl and a little boy, probably the same age as the kid, behind it. The newly appeared copy of you smiled, said goodbye to his family, and disappeared.
He's hallucinating. I think he's hallucinating.
You decided to follow the imposter.
He's hallucinating what could have been.
He was filled with excitement and almost childish curiosity. Yu's assiduous attempts not to give himself away were unwarranted. His double had no intention of turning around. The pavement, the slums, the sound of the heartbeat of a whale. A straight path led them to the railway station. Suddenly, the second you turned back in the direction of the original, but the latter went unnoticed. The station was unusually empty. The double went to the counter and bought a ticket. You, without much hesitation, waited for a convenient moment and went up to the same window.
freak the hell out of the
Like
attendant.
the same ticket, the same time. A heavy, apathetic cashier automatically held out the requested ticket without batting an eye.
Or they're just too tired to care.
It said 8 o'clock. The train was about to arrive. The double sat on a bench near the right track. You stayed at a distance, keeping an eye on him.
I think he's
He was so
hallucinating.
excited that the illness fell into the background. The train rattled in the distance. The double got up and walked to the edge of the platform. You came close to him, forgetting about precaution. Yes, he had decided to start a conversation. He was going to do it in the car, so that the double could not escape.
Or this is like an identical twin. That was loud.
Before you realized what was happening, the double threw himself under the moving train.
What?
You choked from horror. His feet seemed glued to the platform. Everything around him froze. In a moment, hysterical screams of eyewitnesses pierced the frozen air. How come he had not noticed them before?
Yeah, he did say that the place was empty.
Somebody was killed. He pushed him.
Oh no.
Get him! Train rattle squeezed out the last drops of sanity. Blurred silhouettes, impregnated with human justice, surrounded you. Is this the end? The alarm went off. You faced a new day with weakness in his legs.
Okay, so that
and
was a
throbbing
dream.
headache.
Okay.
All night long, he had been haunted by a painfully familiar nightmare. However, when he woke up, all tangible images dissolved, only leaving a nasty precipitate.
That's weird.
His body led him to the kitchen in search of caffeine. Despite the early hours, he found his boss there.
I love how it constantly says that it's his boss, and
How are
we
you
learn
feeling?
that it's his dad.
You heard the question, but ignored it because of his sleepy state. How difficult is it to answer? You was pleased to hear the words of concern, even coming that way. I'm sorry, Father. A cup in Yu's hand, inevitably filled with bloody coffee. You look like shit.
Thanks, Dad.
I feel it. I do not want to lose my last son. His father. You do not have to go to the office today.
Let's stay home, get some rest, but not open the door.
Okay. You went. He took a pen. You took some letters out of.
I was thinking maybe it had been like an identical twin or something that didn't have whatever you
Remember
had.
when Grant-
Like an identical twin that
Once he
wasn't
dozed
told
off, he heard a knock.
about.
And because the knock. In a moment,
We're going to continue sleeping.
it seemed to him that he had been tossing about in his bed, trying to fall asleep for several hours.
God, I know that feeling.
He stayed awake, so he decided to glance through the delivered letters. He had already learned to enjoy his rubbery legs and dizziness.
Enjoy?
Looking through the stack of utility bills, you found the letter addressed to him. It was a letter from the sanatorium where he had undergone treatment.
Dear Mr. Yu, I am a...
His legs gave way under him, not because of weakness, but because of a sudden boost of energy.
What?
His heart pounded with the strength of a whale, but with the speed of a shrew. He lay down on the bed, unable to withstand a rush of emotion. With an unusual smile on his face, he was staring at the ceiling. After a few minutes, he asked with horror, "A new chandelier?"
What? What? That was confusing. I just got I'll let you know the achievements that I got and what I got when I got them.
Open up your curtains, light will not hurt you. Lovely old
Oh, now I can choose the chapter to go to. So the one I just got was To Lie Down, Now Healthy. So that last one that I got was Now Healthy, so I just got healthy. So apparently he's good now. The one where my double died is Choo Choo, Rise and Shine. When I continually tried to answer the phone, I got Broken Story, Bad Idea. Getting stabbed, that second ending we got, was Greetings from the Past. The corners of his lips parted in a smile. And then the boy telling us to hold our breath was just hold your breath, 1, 2, 3. This is a weird game. It's weird. Like, it leaves you with so many questions. And, like, you want to know more. I would definitely say, if you want to play this game, do it. Play it. Get as many of the answers as you can, as many of the, like, different things as you can. I'm going to look real quick. It's $2. The game is $2. But get as many of the different answers as you can. Try and put things together for yourself. Because I love doing that. I love asking the questions and trying to, put things together for myself. But each each choice is a completely different story. Like each one is a completely different story. Like that last one, even though it said we woke up in our, our communal apartment and whatnot, it seemed like we weren't in a communal apartment anymore, and it was like we were in like the family home, basically. Which is just weird. But that was an interesting game. It's certainly unusual. But I'm all out of time for this one. If you guys have any suggestions for games you'd like me to play, go and put them down in the comments below. We are still on our way to 3,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you have not yet, go and hit that sub button, and I will see you in the next video.